Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh and hello everyone. My name is Nur Anis Nabilah binti Muhammad Nasaruddin and my metric numbers is 068128. I hope you are all well and healthy. As we all know, we are still dealing with the COVID-19 pandemic. So, without further ado, let's get started. As we all know, the training is a core part of an athlete's life. They spend an average of 5 to 6 hours a day, with 2 days rest on training. But some have 7 days a week to train, depending on the season. Even on the days they are resting, they do active rest, meaning light workout. As has already been stated by Mike Singletary, do you know what my favorite part of the game is? The opportunity to play. So, the question is, did athletes suffer breakdowns during the COVID-19 lockdown? Well, some did. Some struggled in the beginning, some adapted and overcome, but some are still dealing with it. Today, I'd like to talk to you about the impact of restrictions on athletes' physical and mental health, which is a very exciting and informative topic for you today. I hope you guys will stick with me until the end of the video. But before you do, don't forget to click the button like and share my video. Okay, so let's get it. Actually, I chose to examine this topic since we know that several sectors, including the sports industry, have been closed as a result of the COVID-19 pandemic, causing players to lose excitement or reduce their training activities. So, in this video, I'd like to discuss the impact of the epidemic on athletes in Malaysia and overseas, both physically and mentally. As we all know, there are a lot of athletes in Malaysia and around the world, right? So, in my opinion, I admire a lot of athletes, including Datuk Lin Chowe, Lizijia Yuji Nishida, and Kento Momota, and Khairul Anwar Muhammad, and others. So, you guys must have favorite athletes as well, right? So, don't forget to tell me about your favorite athletes in the comment section below, okay? Let's get started to the first point, which is training conditions. During the pandemic, the most common measure of physical activities is the closure of training centers and the cancellation of tournaments such as the European Championships or the Olympic Games were the most upsetting issues for athletes. The players were also concerned about their future professional prospects and the loss of earlier training chance. During the epidemic, their prior restriction training regimen aimed to maintain their fitness level, and some of the athletes stopped exercising entirely. The lack of suitable training circumstance and the absence of sports instructors had a negative influence on the fluidity and regularity of training. Some athletes stated that the lack of a coach had no impact on their training process, while others stated that it had a moderate impact. The second point is sedentary behavior. During the epidemic, athletes were more prone to engage in sedentary activities, such as watching TV or playing computer games, rather than engaging in physical recreation. Lack of access to exercise and physical activity can also have mental health impact, which can compound stress or anxiety that many will experience in the face of isolation from normal social life, possible loss family or friends from the virus, and impact of the virus on one's economic well-being and access to nutrition will exacerbate these effects. The words from Bruce Jenner, I always felt that my greatest asset was not my physical ability, it was my mental ability, are particularly appealing to me. Okay, and finally, alternative. Between ways of communication between coaches and athletes which could aid professional athletes during the COVID-19 pandemic appear to be the best idea. It is advised that recommendations linked to athletes' motivation and training outside of sporting facilities be developed in order to increase the quality of training, mental health indicators, and life satisfaction of athletes during the pandemic. During the pandemic, the team of professionals working with athletes should pay attention to injury prevention and athletes' emotional states. More large-scale research should be undertaken in the future to confirm the existence of strong link between athletes' athletic rank and indices of physical activities and mental condition. It goes well with the word from Ken Doherty. The fives of sport training are stamina, speed, strength, skill, and spirit. But the greatest of these is spirit. That concludes my assessment of the impact of the COVID-19 restriction on athletes in Malaysia and around the world. Thank you very much, and I hope to see you guys again very soon with a more fascinating video. So don't forget to click the button like and share my videos. Bye!